言うことは一つだけ。絶対負けねえ。天才と呼ばれる男は一人で十分。ディアス、さあ行くぜ、パスカル。負けるか。まだ勝負は諦めないぜ。
How's it going, everyone? This is Nothing XS. I'm here with a new Dream Team analysis for Argentina Leads the Next Generation, the latest Argentina banner that just came out yesterday, actually, on here. Well, actually, yesterday, earlier today, depending on where you live. Anyways, the idea is that we have a couple new units here. We have a green Diaz, a red Pascal, a blue Galvan, and a red Hino event unit. And we're going to try and go ahead and cover them. We're going to go pretty quickly through them. There's not a whole lot to say, but there are some things. Some of these characters are clearly better than others, and hopefully we'll be able to talk about them all pretty quickly here. So let's begin. First off, we have Juan Diaz. Juan Diaz more than a miracle. Now, Diaz is kind of weird. His team skill is kind of incredibly desirable because he gives 15-10 to green South Americans. And his nationality skill, South America passive. Right now, it's not particularly useful since you can't really feel a full South American SR team, and you really can't do that in green. Also, kind of more weirdly, his hidden abilities are just about everywhere. A number of them really don't synergize with his base skills, and his +2 buff skill that he does get as a hidden ability is erratic, and it has a 70% activation rate, and it's +2 to forwards and attacking midfielders, which is kind of weird. But at the end of the day, he's pretty strong. He's just not strong right now. If you could give him a spare shot right now as his main S shot, he'll be actually pretty good, but he feels like an overall a little bit too weird of a unit. He's not exactly sure what he wants to be. I think the design team overcomplicated this, or maybe they're just thinking, they're really forward thinking and they're not thinking about the now. So a lot of you people who are going to get this unit now are going to feel really bad. Frankly, his team skill is going to carry him quite far. He's going to find space on a lot of teams, at least on the bench for now, until more green South Americans are released. I don't think he might have a place actually on a full South American team, but since there's just not enough defenders or defensive midfielders to cover every position, that still might be a tall order. Now for pros, if you have enough South American players, he does get 11.2k dribble, 12.6k shot, and 10.8k pass. That is strictly better than the Dreamfest Diaz. So if you can give him enough Dreamfest players South American players on the field, he will become quite good. He also has great skill support because there's a lot of versions of Juan Diaz, and he has a great 15-10 green South American team skill. Now for the cons though, he really only thrives in a full South American formation, and preferably a green one. And right now you can't really do that. 3 of his hidden abilities have weird activation rates. 2 of them are very low, they're only 40%. He has no ground shot to start, you have to teach it to him from somewhere else. And he's not reliable defensively until you have a lot of South American units on the field. As for his limit break, I think the standard offense, which would be 22 dribble, 22-3 dribble speed, 25-25 shot power, and 22-3 pass technique. However, you can go for a more utility-based midfielder build. If you do want to run him in midfielder instead of as a striker, you can give him a shot power 25-25, and then a 17-17-16 split between pass, intercept, and technique. Hidden abilities, because he does have 5 of them. First off, he's got German player killer, which is actually pretty good. Even though it's very situational, it's still 20% that you get to beat Kaltz or Mueller with. That has a lot of value, honestly. The fact that you could probably still manage to send a pass over a red Kaltz if you have like an A80 drive pass is pretty good, because his skill will, like his hidden ability will help you push over that. And the fact that if you are faced against the Mueller, you'll be able to beat him with like S triple gymnastic shot or S twin drive shot. There's a lot of value to that. Now, for his next hidden ability, he has Rain Puddle Resistance C, whatever. If you're in Misugi stage, I guess it'll help you there. Then he has A, My Team, All Stats +2. It's only rated A because it's not a persistent buff. It happens only for forwards and attacking midfielders, and your attackers will be stronger most of the time, but since it's not perfectly reliable, it's not better. Now at the end we have Pass Skill Force +25% and Special Skills Force +25, which is, by the way, very specifically only for high flying special skills. Now, these are kind of weird. See, they're meant to create situations where Diaz shows strength in some areas, and they're meant to be kind of random. But they do create openings sometimes for you so that you can capitalize on the result. For example, if you get a high ball with him, and you get the high flying plus 25% buff, well, you get to bait out like a huge block, and maybe you're better off trapping the ball or passing it to somebody else, and that'll be good. You could also beat a weak blocker outright if you get that 25% buff. Now, if you get the pass plus 25% buff, you might convince a lot of people that you're just easily going to be able to pass the ball. And you might be able to dribble past them with like white dribbles instead, because they're going to just white cover the pass just so that they can get the free full power. So instead you might be able to get like 2 free dribbles out of it. You know, that's the kind of thinking that you can do with weird passes like this when they're both active. So yeah, they're kind of interesting in that they get to bait opponents' actions passively so long as they get to see, oh, well, this is active, so that's annoying. They're otherwise an odd choice for any kind of passive ability. I think time will tell whether these actually turn out to be good or not. For stamina, he's got 1084, which is quite nice. He has 7588 shot base. At the end of the day, you also remember that he has a buff to his low balls, 12.5. So in the in-match, that means that he has 9.3k dribble, 9.9k pass, and 10.5k shot. Really not that bad at all. 8.0 tackle and intercept. Actually, base, he's not a bad unit just numerically. And hopefully, you would think that, you know, once you get to put his passive to more work, I feel like maybe in like 6 months, this unit will be a lot scarier. For a skill build, the first one that I would try is maybe backflip drive overhead kick. Give him the A Argentinian duo. You're probably going to play him with some kind of Pascal, but if not, then switch that for drive pass. A somersault shot, S triple gymnastic shot, and S South American dribble. You can replace a somersault shot with S low flying overhead kick from the older green version of Diaz if you so choose. It's a possibility, especially if you've already leveled it up. It's a weird unit. He can be built a few different ways. You could forego the low ball shot entirely, give him A80 Swift Interception EX if you so choose to instead. And that also might be a good idea, instead of just taking the low ball shot. Also, you might even replace the Argentinian duo with A drive pass, since you may not want to be running Pascal with him. There's a lot of interesting choices that can be made with him on build for sure, depending on your playstyle. For example, this alternate skill build, if you're looking to play Diaz in a more midfield role, he's actually quite good at it so long as you surround him with South Americans. So you keep the drive overhead kick, you give him the S shot, and then you give him A drive interception EX, A drive pass, and you keep the South American dribble. Remember though that since you do want to run him around in a green team, your defensive options are basically 2018 Alberto and free 2018 Galvan, both of which will actually be pretty decent at like a 45% green South American team, which you can almost build now, but not really. I would still probably just go plus 30% green South American, plus 50% forwards, green forwards, and attacking midfielders. And remember that you're not going to really have any other attacking midfielders because your best midfielders are a pair of adorable Japanese teenagers. You could probably run Tsubasa and the green Nachareza, the event one, if you wanted a lot of good passing. Or you could run the Nachareza that depends on the Santana. There's options like that you could do, but I don't know about all that. If you really wanted to give like a plus 2% extra buff to people on the field, you could just use Green Kluivert and get a little more flexibility out of him. So, you know, it is what it is. It's up to you. If you're running Selena, Santana, Hino, and Alberto, you really only get plus 8% out of your passive. It's got to feel like abject garbage. Wait until later. Maybe once there's Green South America is a more developed concept. Next up, we have Alan Pascal, the Genius Harmony. I really want to write a longer, more intricate review for this player. There's just not any reasons to. He doesn't deserve this. And we didn't deserve a unit like this in 2019. And Resir is going to start 2019 off by introducing what's basically a striker that can't be in the 10K club in red. I know that he can learn Argentina combination shot EX, but it's only 350 total momentum. You can make him a little better than this, collab. The only saving grace to this guy is that despite the fact he's got bad skill support, Block Killer pretty much ensures the goalkeeper has to deal with the shot. So he's going to spend some stamina trying to block some stuff that really isn't scary, but is just scary enough that they've got to throw some numbers at it. So you're going to get like super catch out of Genzo or one-handed catch. And, you know, that's 250 stamina again. I don't know. This is not good, man. There's too many crazy units in the game for this guy to be here. And frankly, he's not strong enough to do anything about a tackle. Someone's just going to run up to him and tackle the ball away. Like Dream Collection, the red Matsuyama looks at this guy and is like, Yeah, baby, give me that ball. Pros, he's got 9.9k shot. I guess almost 10k. He has decent skill support. He has the last 15-10 red South American skill you're looking for. Cons, he doesn't do anything else particularly well to make up for the fact that he's right under 10,000 in shooting. 8.3k dribble and 8.1 pass are kind of mediocre when another unit in the same banner is dual position and has 1k more and dribble and pass than he does. Like, Diaz makes this character look stupid. Limit break, just do the standard defensive limit break. You're going to need it. Literally, you have no other options. I think he's like a C-rated unit. He's just not very good. As you can see, 940 stamina, 9.9k shot. Everything else is kind of mediocre. 8.2 intercept, 8.3 dribble, 8.1 pass. Everything else is a disappointment. Really, the whole unit statistically is a disappointment. For a skill build, Argentinian double overhead, because that's what you come with. Keep the Argentinian duo. You're probably going to run with Dreamfest Diaz or the Green Diaz and a Rainbow South American team. A South American dribble, because that's, I think he comes with it. S invincible pass, because you don't really have much of a choice if you have a dupe version of the invincible pass. But frankly, I wouldn't even bother giving the invincible pass. Just don't give him anything. And then Argentina combination shot. The reason you give him invincible pass is because that's the only way he learns to pass at all. Basically, listen, make the best out of a bad situation. Give him your dupe S pass if you have one. Otherwise, you're kind of trying to stuck making S Argentina double volley work. And because that's the only other, I guess, skill that you could put there, right? His EX ground shot is kind of okay, even though it's expensive. It's going to force some saves from goalkeepers if you use it. Because, frankly, again, no one's really going to block that. That's 40% block killer. The ball is going to get there. It's just a matter of what the goalkeeper and what the opponent can do after they take the ball for free, because they're going to block it. Almost everything about this character screams, why aren't I any better than I am? And you're going to find space for him on your bench anyway, because his team skill is great for players who play a lot of Red South Americans. Otherwise, this guy is going to make people hate trying to run Red South American teams, because he's just dead weight on the bench. And honestly, that's really unfortunate. For the third unit, the last unit that you can actually get in the banner itself, it's Galvan, the Pillar of Argentina. He has nationality link. It's kind of a blow up on him, though, because there's not enough people playing defense in South America in the game. Until Redunga comes out, most likely when Road to 2002 is fully introduced into the storyline. So basically after Asia qualifiers and World Youth end, probably March or April with the rate they're going. Listen, we're unlikely to see any more notable players from South America. Casa Grande was already kind of a stretch, but listen, they added him because it's a dope name. Big house. And he's big. Big house. But I digress. Where was I? Oh yeah, Galvan. Blue defender. He has a good pass cut. He needs nationality link to be really good at things. He's archetype limited as a result because of nationality link, because he needs basically all 20. He would have been great A tier maybe if he had non-Japanese link, but he has South American link, so right now he's B. Maybe later on, if South American teams get really good, he'll be A or better. We never know. He has a nice pass cut though. So pros, he's a pretty okay pass cutter that gets a hell of a lot better once you start adding some South Americans to the team. Pretty decent at blocking as well. Average tackling. Decent defensive skill support because he comes with all three defensive skills, one of each, an S intercept and 2 A's of the others. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Cons though, he has less than 900 stamina in 2019. No one's sure why. And the only skills that he learns on offense are C power shot and C precise pass. He needs to play in an incomplete archetype again, as I've said, to reach peak power. His rating might increase 10, but he's average now. For limit breaks, there's a couple of them. The first one I would go with is maybe balance, tackle, block, and intercept technique 25-25. So 22-03 tackle, block, and then 25-25 intercept technique. Now, you do have one variant where instead of taking the 22-03 tackle, you go 25 speed. That might be more useful because he's more of an interceptor, and you do want to get in the way of people. And you don't want to get in the way of passes that try to sail over him. And another variant is just go all in on tackling and intercepting and just forget about blocking. Maybe you're just going to play him on the wing. That's also a very viable way of playing him, frankly. For his stats, again, 897 stamina. That's just really bad. His stats are mediocre on offense, but he has 8.0 tackle, 8.3 block, and 9.4 intercept. Not great, but not too bad. Also good at high balls. So he gets a 12.5% bonus there. He'll be pretty decent if you try to cut or block a high ball. For his skills, he comes with full power intercept. Obviously, leave it there. You can't do anything with it, but whatever. Learn the A high power tackle and the A high power block. You already start them, but you know, just leave them there. Teach him the A power tackle because I think maybe you'll have an easier time getting that to A80. Maybe you have one stashed that you're just waiting to give to somebody. Feel free to use power block, A power block instead if that's the skill you have at A80. It doesn't. They're interchangeable. They're not. Either of them are neither of them are the skills that you're good at. and a forcible interception is too bad to consider running. So whatever. You don't really have any offensive options, so sorry about that. I mean, he's a really straightforward unit. Just run him with a bunch of South Americans and enjoy your almost non-existent skill support, basically. Last and least is Ryoma Hino. He is the first unit that I have outright rated an F as a playable unit. There's not a whole lot to say about it, and I really mean it. So it's going to be really brief. He can only pass the ball. He's not very good at it at the start. He's only 9.1k, and his passive is Japanese player killer, so it doesn't help him much there. The main reason you want to get this guy, the event version, is he has a double speed, double spin tornado shot, which is the Dreamfest skill, but in an A version, which is probably attractive to some versions of Hino, like maybe the red crit one. I feel like he might like that. Maybe the blue one might like that too, but I think maybe just the red one. The red crit one I think likes it the most because it's a cheap way to maybe chuck a lot of crit on an opponent. But also he comes with a jumping tornado shot, so if you missed that before and you got Hino now, this is the way to get it. Everything else about this unit is severely pointless in an actual match. Don't use them. If you need the A skills, get them, but otherwise don't bother. Pros, he has 2 nice A skills you can feed to other players. His role is a skill fodder unit. And the cons, did you know that A Dragon Pass EX is more expensive than A Dragon Pass, but also weaker? There's no reason to farm it. Like, I'm going to fuse a bunch of them, but also I'm just going to have them for funsies because I don't need A Dragon Pass EX. Absolutely useless. Even the C one is better because it's like 200 pass for 125 stamina, and then like the A version is 185 stamina for 315 pass. Like, I don't know what Clab was thinking making A Dragon Pass EX. It's real stupid. Don't limit break this unit. I am not going to entertain a limit break for this unit. Don't do it. Don't think about it. Don't bother doing it. It's a waste. It's a waste of your time. It's a waste of your effort. It's a waste of your livelihood. Don't do it. His stats are irrelevant, but they're here for good measure, so you understand. 9.1k pass. Everything else is under 7.2k. Most of it isn't past the 6k mark. Just stop. And his skill build. When you're done removing skills from this unit, this should be what your skill build looks like. There should be nothing else left. Anyway, we're done here, so let's go pull on some gacha, shall we? And let's see what we get. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull real quick on this gacha. Let's see what it is that we find. I don't have a lot of hope for any of this. I would like to get Diaz, but he's not that necessary. I just kind of want his passive. But he's fine, I guess. I kind of want to see the rates, but this is lagging a little bit. Alright, here we go. So, there you go. Here's our unit. We don't care that much. I'm not looking for the unit. I want to see what the probabilities are. And I don't think they'll be great, but we'll take a quick look. Also, we're going to pull out an SSR ticket because I do believe the SSR ticket is including all new players in it as soon as they happen. So we'll take a look at that. Okay, so, alright. So we've got like 1% chance of pulling something straight from the banner. Alright. That's about what I expected. So here we go. Here we go. Let's take a look. Now, I haven't gotten anything good in the first part of the banner in a long time, so. Alright. Well, that looks bad. Oh boy. Alright, cool. Alright, at least give me stuff that I can use for the event. Cool, that's one of them. That is a dribble. Cool. Wow, that's all we got. Awesome. Alright, at least we know who's playing defensive midfielder in a full South American formation for this event. Let's try this one more time. One bird. Wow. Okay. Oh, this is terrible. I'm not even gonna sit through that. Alright, so we got Victorino with a high-speed interception. That's certainly something. Alright, for this to be salvaged, I need, basically just need to pull Diaz straight up. Chances of that aren't great. We're gonna try. Let's see what happens. I mean, yeah, of course, right? Let's see if we get more than one. Give me like 2 to make up for this trash. It's Roberto. Great. Okay. Diaz, please. Wow. Well, game heard me talking trash about its units. It was like, screw you, you aren't getting any of them. Wow, that's gonna be really bad for the farming, I guess. Normally I would at least have one of them. I'm not too torn up about it. Let's try my single and then go for the SSR ticket. Let's see what happens there. Wow. Ah. Yeah, whatever. It was looking okay for a second, but oh, that's okay. So I got all the SR units, so that's 75% at least, which is not bad, not bad. And here we're just pulling, hoping for the Diaz anyway, but Lord knows I could use better units than that. Let's see what we get here. He says a lot more than just Roberto. Yeah, it's gonna flip into a double SSR. Yeah. Just give me Diaz. Or you could give me another copy of Face Shot. Alright guys, thanks for coming out here. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to make sure to click like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think about these players. Just pretty much tell me if you think they're any good. I think they're whatever. But you may have a different opinion. So just tell me in the comments below what you think. I think Pascal is a waste. I think Diaz is whatever. And Galvan's alright, but the only way Galvan is truly alright is if you kind of really build a team to satisfy his needs, and that's hard right now. So it is what it is. Thanks guys for coming out here. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you all soon.